The lightsaber has become one of the most iconic movie props of all time. Although Star Wars creator George Lucas wasn't the first person to imagine a sword with a laser beam for a blade, he was responsible for moving the idea from niche science fiction to the movie-going mainstream. The prop for the original lightsaber handle, or hilt, was actually the battery tube from a 1940s camera flash. Star Wars prop builder Roger Christian found a box of the vintage flashes in a London junk shop. The name of the manufacturer was Graflex. After sticking on some rubber grips, a belt hook, and a bubble strip from a broken calculator, the legend of the lightsaber was born. After the success of the first film, budgets for later films were much larger. This allowed prop builders to remanufacture the Graflex lightsaber from scratch. These later versions are exquisitely beautiful, with a show chrome finish and slimmed down proportions. Of course, as more characters were introduced in the following films, many more lightsaber designs were added to the Star Wars universe. Fast forward 40 years, and with the resurgence of interest in Star Wars since Disney bought the franchise, the demand for replicas of all these lightsabers has never been greater. To meet this demand, a small, fan-based industry has emerged, supplying high-quality replica lightsabers to serious collectors. These sabers incorporate cutting-edge lighting and sound technology to make them look, feel and work as much like the real thing as possible. The process of building a custom lightsaber begins with the hilt. Here at SaberSense, we don't manufacture the hilts themselves. Instead, these must be sourced from the very small number of specialist manufacturers around the world. Although we don't make the hilts ourselves, we do design many of our own internal chassis. These vital components hold all of the electronics like the circuit board, battery and speaker. We also build crystal chambers and other accent lighting into many of our designs. In Star Wars lore, lightsabers are powered by force-rich kyber crystals. These allow a Jedi to connect with the Force while using their saber, increasing their combat effectiveness. We can also paint chassis or make them look worn out and weathered. We even design some chassis with severe battle damage, adding another, more realistic dimension to the final lightsaber. When it comes to lighting the blade, there are two commonly used systems: baselit and pixel blade. Baselit sabers have a high-powered LED module in the hilt, which shines light through a diffuse polycarbonate tube. With the right control system, this allows for some great-looking blade effects. Baselit technology is widely used in dueling sabers because of its simplicity and durability. But for those seeking the ultimate in lightsaber realism, pixel blades take it to the next level. This system uses hundreds of tiny pixel LEDs inside the blade itself. Each pixel can be controlled individually by the saber's processor and can display any color or brightness level. This makes for some truly stunning blade effects, like Kylo Ren's unstable blade, or localized lock-up effects, or even a rain blade. And of course, pixel blades also make the famous scrolling effect possible, as the blade ignites and retracts. One drawback of pixel blades is that they cannot withstand hard dueling. They also require more power, which drains batteries more quickly. But for many lightsaber fans, the improved realism makes pixel blade technology a must. The final ingredient for a truly great lightsaber is sound. Low-cost sabers work by playing a fixed sound effect every time the saber moves. But if the movement doesn't match the length of the effect, the two will be out of sync, and the experience less than realistic. At SaberSense, all of our sabers use a system called Smooth Swing. This works by blending pairs of looping hum sounds over a central idle hum effect. This audio mix changes dynamically to track the saber's movements exactly. The result is the world's most realistic lightsaber sound system. Lightsaber building is a specialized job that takes a steady hand. Space within a hilt can be tight, and many internal components are tiny. Hilts sometimes need to be modified too, so that additional features can be added where necessary. Once the mechanics and wiring are done, the saber must be programmed. As each saber is different, the programming that controls the lighting and sound effects must be tailored to suit each style of hilt. At SaberSense, we aim to program in as much flexibility for the end user as possible, so that aspiring Jedis can adjust things like sound style and blade color themselves without further reprogramming. The end result is a lightsaber that looks and feels like it has come straight from the Star Wars universe. A lightsaber from SaberSense isn't just a purchase, it's an experience. If you want to see more, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. May the Force be with you.